me start off by saying how pleased I am to have all of you here in the audience and our listening audience at home. Hopefully not driving their cars watching TV, but I think you get the idea. This is a wonderful time for Salem Access Television. I am, of course, the chairman of the board of directors. I'm Ken Weaver, and I'm going to open the meeting of a live from SATV in its March 2019, and the meeting is now open. Tonight we will update all the new things that are happening here at SATV, and there are many new things. Our treasurer will present her report. Later on in the meeting, there will be an election of 3 open members' seats. We have 2 recognitions of longstanding producers here at SATV, and later on I'll be sitting down with Patrick and we'll do a little Q&A and talk about SATV. It's time for me now to introduce who the board of directors are, aside from myself. And right now is Angela Turpin, who is our treasurer. Angela? Mr. Paul K. Bisson, our secretary, who is not here right now. George DeGuinness, who I don't know if he's gotten here yet or not either. William Legault, who is also not here. Is there some party that they went to that I wasn't invited to? Charlie Waltz, who is here and who has been with us for forever. Sal Russo, our former executive director, now on the board of directors. And then a list of our staff, and that would start with the executive director, Patrick Kennedy. Stephen Spencer, our program director, who's in the booth right now, waving to us. Hi, Stephen. Mike Murray, our educational access director, who's on the camera 1 over there. Alan Hanscom, access production coordinator. And excuse me, yep, Alan. Adam Coogan, our access production director. Patricia Reed, an access production coordinator. Patricia, over here. David Moyenson, a very important person with us right here. He's the IT director of Salem Access and has been since the beginning. Tyler Herzena, our production assistant. Camera 2. And Evelina Ivanova, another production assistant here at SATV. You know, we say production assistants and we have all these but all these people wear so many hats. They're just not out there with cameras. They come back, they edit their programs, they get them on the air. It's an awful lot of work and a lot of time. So I'd like to thank them personally for everything that they've been doing. So I think right now I go over and I sit here with you and we have a little Q&A. So Patrick?
Yes.
Yes. So we don't leave it to you to explain everything that's coming up in the next few years.
All right. Well, again, my name is Patrick Kennedy, new executive director here at wonderful Salem Access Television. SATV has been doing a lot in the past couple of years with the city and the community of Salem, and our plan is to do a lot more. We've been covering a lot of different events, whether it be city government meetings, a lot of different other government meetings like planning board, zoning board, no place for hate meetings, things like that. Even other meetings we're branching out into, as well as a lot of more community events, whether it be like Salem Jazz and Soul, Salem Film Fest, which we're actually hosting here in a couple weeks, which is really cool, and a lot of different other things. And you know, one of the big things that we've been waiting for is what's been called a fiber optic system here in Salem. And what that's going to allow us to do, we're partnering up with the city of Salem to be able to go live over their fiber network at different city municipal locations. So that means some of yours in the audience favorite place, 98 Washington Street, the City Hall Annex. A lot of different meetings go on there, and we're going to be able to go live from there with different meetings, as well as buildings like the police station, fire station, other municipal buildings, and probably most importantly, the schools. Right now, we can go live from school committee chambers at Collins Middle School, but we're going to be able to go live for different events at every school in Salem. And that is something that we have been building for and we're really looking forward to. And I can't stress enough about how important it is to this city and to the community and to us to be able to do this. So we're really excited and keeping up with the technology, because every day there's new things coming out and new cameras, new computers, new software. It's just a really exciting time, and Salem's become such a creative and explosive city, and we're here to not only cover it, but be a part of it. So it's great.
Excellent. I applaud you for all the work.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't do it without you and without them.
So it's time to introduce our treasury.
I believe we
treasurer.
have a roll-in first
Oh.
that's going to explain some of the different things going on with the staff here.
Right.
So yeah, we have a little bit of time with the roll-in. It's a very nice roll-in. It was made by the staff, by Adam, Tyler, and Eva. And they did a lot of taping and a lot of researching. There's old footage, new footage, things I haven't even seen when I watched. I said, oh, wow, I remember that. So everyone take a look. Adam, Tyler, and Eva did a really, really fine job. My name is Patrick Kennedy, Executive Director here at Salem Access Television in the beautiful city of Salem, Massachusetts.
Hello, my name's Steve Spencer. I am the Program Director for Salem Access TV.
As Executive Director, I'm in charge of making sure the station and the channels function and getting everything in the city taped.
What is the Program Director? Well, basically, I fill all 3 channels. We have our public channel, education channel, government channel, and it's my responsibility that at the end of each week, the next week is all programmed in so people can watch any of our 3 channels, and the 3 channels do go 24/7.
My name's Adam Kukin. I'm the Access Production Director.
My name is Mike Murray. I'm the Education Outreach Director.
Try to find events for us to film, see who's available to film them. I also organize interns and their projects, make schedules.
I am trying to bring Salem Public Schools to the forefront here at the station. Basically, I work hand in hand with a lot of people in the school system to make sure that we're covering a lot of content.
My name is Alan Hanscom. I'm an Access Production Coordinator here at SATV.
My name is Pat Reed. I am a Access Production Coordinator here at SATV.
So I record events here in Salem and I edit them, and I really enjoy that. We see a variety of things, and I also, members here, I teach them how to use Premiere, how to use the camera.
I film the zoning board, the planning board. I film events at the Witch House, the Witch Museum, other productions like the basketball games of the high school, and anything around the city to do the editing, and then trying to help out members as best I can.
I'm Tyler Perenzin, and I'm a production assistant at SATV. I shoot videos. I might produce something every once in a while, and I edit videos too. And I also help around doing things in the office, whatever that needs to be done.
Hi, my name is Eva, and I'm a production assistant in SATV. I'm a camera person, I'm an editor, I'm a producer.
I'm David Moisen, and I am the IT coordinator for Salem Access Television.
My name is Sal Russo. I'm the former executive director at SATV. I'm currently on the board of directors, which is a great honor to be asked and nominated and voted on. Ultimately, the executive director reports to the 9-person board. And that was always, interesting process to do once a month in a board meeting.
I think for a long time, SATV has kind of been an untapped resource in the community. And together with Patrick and a few different people at the Salem public school system. We've been trying to work together to bring a lot more of what they do to the forefront.
I feel like it's kind of like a public service. You're out there and you're doing something for the public, and you're showing them things that they might not be able to see because of whatever financial situation, or maybe they're not physically well enough to go to an event or go to a meeting or something like that. So I feel like we provide something for the city that's almost like an eyes and ears type of situation. And whenever I am filming something that ends up being on TV and someone might call and say like, hey, I saw this, it was great, it makes you feel good.
We try to cover as much as we can, the staff and volunteers here, but some of the things we don't know about. So a new member might come down to SATV and say, hey, this event's going on, I'm part of this organization, I'd like to get the word out on SATV. That's invaluable. You can't put a price on that. And that's what community television is all about, is getting your voice out there. And that's what we do for this city. And we love the city.
Community access television is important to me because it really represents the grassroots of the community. There's nothing quite like it in the major media or even local media on, let's say, the city level.
We cover events and try to provide non-biased information about what's going on in city politics, and
Getting to know your neighbors, the talent, the art that's out there, it's just incredible in Salem. It's just a wealth of information here, and it's our community voice, and it needs to be heard.
When the people are dancing and you can explore about the culture, you can see the world around you, not just sitting and being in one place like office, and it's just wonderful to be with SATV together.
I've always enjoyed Community Access TV because it's real people, do it yourself, coming in to a studio, and who knows what they cough up. A lot of it's just a talking head, people are expressing their feelings and yada yada. One of the things I always liked is it's just a gray area. And as long as you're not advertising or seeking money, you're able to make whatever you want under the sun.
And then I'd really like to see us even be more a part of the community. There's still a lot of times I will talk to people about Salem Access TV and they're not quite sure what we do, or they think it's all just this old school public access in a basement type thing going on. And I bring them down here to the studio and they say, wow, this is crazy. I didn't know you can do this here. At SATV, we are an open community center. We do have an available conference room for different community groups to use and utilize that don't necessarily have to be members at SATV. And they can sign up to use the room cost-free. And also SATV provides a nice artist gallery here for people in Salem. And we have local artists from all over the area who have different shows, whether it's photography or drawing or painting or even sculpting.
I think SATV is on its way to growing. We're working on getting more members in. We have seen those numbers up a little bit recently, so I think we're doing pretty good.
When you're around with cameras, they're so welcome, and they like to speak, of course, in Salem. Salem is the greatest people.
So I would say to anyone in Salem, come down, learn about SATV. Anyone's here available to give you a tour. We're open Mondays through Saturdays, and we're even open sometimes in the nighttime. So make it accessible after work or after school. Some general information about Salem Access TV. We're located at 285 Derby Street, right in the heart of downtown Salem. We have a small parking lot so people can park in, which is very nice. We have a full facility, complete studio, where I'm in right now. Different edit bays, a lot of different equipment that members can take out. And by the way, you can become a member for a whopping $25 per year. It's a great learning tool and a great way for Salem residents to express themselves, no matter what it is that they want. And you know, again, we have a great facility here. We have great staff who are always willing to help. We even have a kitchen, so you know, sometimes we make good food too, so that's pretty good. 2019 marks the 25th anniversary of the door's opening at Salem Access Television. We're kind of kicking everything off with the annual meeting and then leading that off into a big kind of summer party per se, or just a way for people to see that we've been around for 25 years and to maybe share some memories, some history, but also, as usual, to get involved, because that's what we want people to do. In showing, you know, how important we've been to this city for 25 years, hopefully we can even be more important in the next 25.
This time I'd like to introduce or bring her up to the board here, Angela Turpin, our treasurer, for our treasury report. Angela?
Thank you, Ken. Hello, everybody. My name is Angela Turpin, as Ken introduced me, and as always, it is really my pleasure to be here tonight. I'd like to begin by extending my sincere congratulations to Patrick on his first year here as Executive Director, and I wish you continued success. It's been wonderful seeing everything you're doing. It's very exciting. So I think we can begin. So we'll begin with our first slide, and we'll talk about the Comcast contribution this year. And this year's contribution was $694,000. From that, we carved out $569 for the budget, with the remaining money set aside in reserve. Our additional income is comprised of donations, membership dues, and dubs. I'll give you a moment to look at the slide and read the line items and look at the numbers. And I think we can move on to the next slide. Okay, so we have our expenses here, and SATV's expenses are customary expenses, which include salary and benefits, rent, insurance, utilities and maintenance, and office supplies. So the standard expenses that you would see in any organization. And we'll take another moment to just take a look at those line items with those amounts. And okay, moving on to our next slide here, we have our capital expenditures. So we had two significant upgrades this year. We made repairs to the HVAC system, and we made additional kitchen repairs. And I learned tonight that we actually have members producing a cooking show in the newly upgraded kitchen. So if you have the opportunity, when you walk back out, to pop in and take a look at the kitchen, you'll see it's really, really nice looking in there. And I understand that the kids that produce in there have a lot of fun doing it. So I think that that's really awesome, wonderful. The computer upgrades this year include the new laptop for the IT coordinator, the Adobe Cloud license renewals, and the external computer hard drive for the SATV digital video library. So we've added some nice upgrades to the systems as well. So lastly, we have our video production equipment upgrades, and that includes some additional fun things for the studio, like the new lighting systems in the studio, 3 GoPro Hero cameras, that's fun, and the sound upgrades in the studio and for the community as well, right? So those comprise the major upgrades to the studio, to the building, to equipment for this fiscal year. This includes the treasurer's report. As always, it is my honor to be here tonight, and I look forward to seeing everybody next year. Have a great night. Thank you.
Okay, now the big event that we all been waiting for, the elections. So this calls for the elections to begin, the ballots to be handed out. Is Leo available, or are we all set with that?
I think we're all set.
Okay, good.
Read off
What's going on and how this all operates?
Yep.
Oh, all right. So the voting privileges are as follows. In order to vote, you must be a valid member of SATV. That would be indicated by the blue name tag. As a member, you must be present to vote at the annual meeting. It goes to say. Listed on your ballot is the slate of candidates to vote for. Please vote for no more than 3. Please check the name of each candidate for whom you wish to vote for. The 3 candidates elected will serve on the Salem Access Board for a 1-year period. To become a write-in candidate, you must be an active SATV member. An active member must make the nomination stating your name, and it must be seconded by another active member. So this would be a nomination from the floor. So someone here who else wants to do it, put their name in. And if there are any nominations from the floor, please state so right now so we can move on. And as there are none from the floor, then we will move. So I'll make a motion to accept the ballot slate. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I beg your pardon. Oh, you really want to know who that is? Okay. Paul K. Bisson and William Legault, who is not here. Paul, you coming up to have a few words? Are you coming up to have a few words or not? Sure, come on ahead. Yeah, I definitely want you.
Hi, everyone. I took Charlie's name tag because Ken said you couldn't be a member without that, so just call me Charles. Yeah. Very briefly, 25 years is a big deal. And I was here when we opened our doors in '94, and the first generation, I was here throughout the first generation of programs and classes and employees and executive directors. And it's nice to be back for the 25th anniversary. I'm looking forward to that party, Mr. ED, this summer. For our first anniversary, we had a birthday bash out in the parking lot, and that was a lot of fun, like a cookout. And I hope you have something really big planned this year.
Actually, Mike and me were talking about it earlier. So yeah, even though we had so much other work to do for tonight, we were busy talking about the 25th birthday party.
I like that. I like that we have a wide shot to get our communication, or else, that wouldn't have been. This voice, I like that, and we got what I love. We have old faces, no offense, in the control room, and our new faces that are in there. And I got to tell you, like I said, I've been here since the beginning, and we had some great employees in the past, and that remains to be true today. We've always had excellent people putting the show on, and that's it. So if you voted for me, thanks, and I'll be happy to do my best to be the voice of the membership and do a lot of stuff. We got some stuff in the pipeline. Bring back some old and new. All right, thank you.
Okay. So since the slate has been accepted, I make a motion to accept the ballot slate. We're all done with that. Let's go to page 4. Hey, we can get out of here. Oh, one more thing. Oh, yes. We have some awards to give out. Announce the results of 3 members. That's what I'm doing. Oh, Patrick.
Yes.
I would like you to recognize the producers. I recognize you anywhere. The producers of the SATV program.
All right.
And you can come up and do that for me.
Well, thank you. Wow, I'm standing at the podium. This is nice. So, every year we do a little things a little different at the annual meeting, try to throw in some different flavor and everything. And with it being the 25th anniversary of Salem Access TV, we also realized it was a really special 10th anniversary for a couple of producers here at Salem Access TV. The show Crimson and Company is one of the longest running shows here at SATV, and this is in their 10th year. It is put on by Alucard and Louise Bumpus, who might have different stage names. And they are very well known throughout Salem for their show, Crimson and Company, which talks about professional wrestling and the WWE. And it's so funny. I see them all around town, and oh, hi. But I see more people who talk to me about the show around town. Hey, what... is the new Crimson Company going to be on tonight? Is it going to be on this week? Yes, it's going to be on. What time? 11 o'clock. Okay. And, you know, they always have a devout crew who comes down, and they have so much fun. You can hear them laughing and just putting on a great show each time, and it really is a delight. They shoot here every Wednesday morning, and it's just, when Wednesday comes around, I say, oh, it's Crimson time. All right, I know I'm going to at least hear some laughter going on. I love that down here at SATV. So, in recognition of their 10 years at SATV, I would like Alucard and Louise to come up here. I have a couple things for you. And if you'd like to say a couple words, first off, I would like to present you a wonderful certificate of 10 years of a great job. And then a little pizza gift card for you, because you know you guys like pizza. You had a pizza party not too long ago, so. So here, if you just want to say a couple words, please.
Well, I'd like to thank the cameraman for turning off that bright light, because now I don't need these things. You know, I'd like to thank SATV most importantly, because they helped us express our personal views on the sports entertainment world. And trust me, we do have a lot of them. I'd like to thank my wife. She helps operate the cameras here, and she does a tremendous job with the editing. I don't know if any of you here, how many of you have actually seen the show?
Why, thank you.
Oh, thank you. If you don't like it, that's quite all right too, because it's not for everybody. Like I said, I'd like to thank my wife. She actually she supports me in all this, and God love her, because.
In any of the editing scripts, they're all mine, and I take credit for them.
Actually, you know, it's funny that Mr. Bisson is here, because I remember him when we started way back, like Patrick said, 10 years ago. He was here. I think he was still here when we came in. I do remember him. He also has been a very big help to us. We have some of the crew sitting in the audience. I'm not going to point them out, because I know they're all just going to be embarrassed and probably hide under the seats. You're right. That comes from one of the members. Yeah, exactly.
Point and stare.
Exactly. But yeah, we do, I mean, both on the panel and behind the scenes and in the studio, we do really have a great crew. Yep, there we go. Yep. We do have a really great crew here at SATV, and I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. So in closing, I'm going to say thank you, and hopefully for another 10 years we'll be here. Knock wood. Thank you.
Well, I hope no one's bored. We still have another hour of the show to go. Next year. That's actually, I like to take this time that says wrap up by host. I like to take this time to thank everyone for coming. I like to reassure that everyone that we are going to work harder than we ever have, because now we have twice as much work to do. And I like to thank you again. And I will at this time, where do they say this? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.